Hey guys, Joe Bonamassa here. We're talking today about the late, great Dickey Betts, a man who inspired me from a very early age. And I'll tell you this very quick story. It was 1983. My father was able to talk the owner of Coleman's nightclub in Rome, New York, letting a 6-year-old, yours truly, sit in the back and watch the Dickey Betts solo band, Chuck Leavell on keyboards, and I believe, correct me if I'm wrong, I believe Butch Trucks was on drums that evening. And they were but sharing the bill with the Greg Allman Band, and they were on the I'm No Angel tour. So it was the Toller brothers and Greg. Changed my life. It was the first, legitimate, professional, holy crap, legendary gig that I ever saw. And Dickey Betts came out and killed, could sing so well. And his guitar playing, one of the great things about legends like Dickey Betts, and they all have one or two things in common. One, they have a very distinct tone. And two, they can be identified in one or two notes. B.B. King, Eric Clapton, the list goes on and on. Hendrix, Jeff Beck, Dickey Betts. And Dickey had this really great style that was derived from the Gibson Les Paul. This is a Sunburst Les Paul, which he did play a lot of Sunburst Les Pauls throughout the 70s. He's known as a gold top player, but if you look at old photos of Dickey Betts, probably 73, 74, it's a Sunburst Les Paul. And there's rumors that Jessica was a Sunburst Les Paul. There's photos of a Sunburst Les Paul live at the Fillmore West or East. And it was two. And the thing is, it's a Les Paul with a humbucking pickup. And he used Marshall amps with the JBL speakers or Altec or Lansing speakers. And he got a really clean tone, bright with the front pickup. So you rarely would hear him play on the lead or treble pickup, but he kind of set his tone for the front pickup. So it kind of sounded like this. And he had a very unique, way of phrasing. Sorry, the pot's cranky. People would say that's the country scale. That's the way I learned it. Was it the relative minor, whoever, if you're playing in D. Sorry, the guitar is cranky, like me. And so you're playing kind of pentatonic form in B minor. Mistakes are free. Dickey had a great way of playing like a pentatonic trill and then stinging a note, and his songs changed the world. I mean, what's rock and roll without the Allman Brothers Band and those songs? Jessica. How many girls have you met that were born between the years 1975 and 1990 named Jessica after the song? Lots, especially in the South. The music changed the world. Blue Sky. Ramblin' Man. His voice was a perfect foil for Greg's. And it was just the perfect storm. And there was a guy who really just took the guitar and used it as the ultimate tool to service the song. It was never overindulgent. It was never out of context. It all made sense. And between him and Dwayne, and later in the Allman Brothers' career, you talk about Dangerous Dan Toller, the late great Dan Toller, and of course Warren Haynes, who really came in the late 80s and gave the whole band a B12 shot along with Alan Woody. So rest in peace, Dickey. One of the most lyrical, melodic, direct people and guitar players that you will ever encounter, and the music will live on.